Alright, how do you do there, Mr. Steve? Here is the quick tour of my program I've got going. I've gone ahead and logged into our customer side. This is Marty McConnell's account. So we got a button here that allows us to edit her account info. If she had multiple addresses that we are servicing for her, they would show up in this drop down box. For each address, we have a whole workflow over here. We got a Google map link so we can real quickly see where she lives and figure out how to get there. I'll show you this tree history. This is kind of our survey tool that we use in a bit. So let's get back over here. You can see that we have appointments, proposals, scheduled services, pending invoices, paid invoices, and there's a few more down there I'll show you. So this is our basic workflow. Appointments are not jobs, they're just what you would think they are, and this kind of shows their date. If you click on it, it shows any notes. Proposals, if they click on them, pops up this little light box view. You can see it shows individual line items here. We can do multiple line items. Hers only has this one, and you can do an approve or decline. And if you notice down here at the bottom, as I approve and decline it, it recalculates the price. Down here at the very bottom, we've got this a place for them to type any notes. They can approve, decline, or export this as a PDF, so you can email it or save it or print it or do whatever. The approve, we are not allowing online scheduling right now. It got to be a little bit tricky, mostly with during the busy season. You know, we're slammed and we need to make a point to leave holes in the schedule for fudge room and emergencies. And then during the slow season, you need to get stuff on the books as quickly as possible. And we basically just found that it was somewhat clumsy to try to auto schedule everything. So what we did is, if they approve something, it toggles it down to this scheduled services. But it gives it this kind of an invalid date like this, where it says January 1st of 1900, which obviously is long gone. And then we process it on our side, and when we schedule it, it gives it this date. So at any rate, there's a scheduled services. When we mark it as completed on our side, it shows up as a pending invoice. If they click this, it pulls it back up. They have the option to print it as a PDF if they want. We've got this Pay Now button down here that allows them to pay online with a credit card right here on our website. Paid invoices is basically our whole job history down here at the bottom. We've got declined estimates if they told us no on anything, and then any completed appointments. So this tree history thing, oops, too far. This tree history is basically our tree survey we've been using. This current one we're offering to the customers is a Google Map implementation. We are very soon going to be switching to a new one. I'll show you that in a minute. But basically each tree, every number is a tree, and there's these numbers down here. If you click on a number, it reloads the page and puts a thumbnail for each photo we have for that tree down here. And then if you click on a thumbnail, it loads a little slideshow in one of our little JavaScript lightbox here, and you can navigate through and look at all the photos. So this is, we take a photo of every tree that we go out to on program customers only. We take a picture every time we go out so we can kind of tell how good of a job we're doing. And so that's basically what we've got on the customer side. I'll give you a quick tour of the employee side. So we'll log in with my information. This customer search opens this fancy little light box again. Let me go to Marty McConnell's name. Golly, I can't type. Since we know she's got a lot of data in there, click on her name and it pops her up here. So you can see it's the same basic layout: appointments, proposals, scheduled services, and so on down here. We've got this toolbar here at the top, which is basic, application navigation to get back to my login page, my schedule, edit the customer's information, add a new customer, look for a customer, set their billing options. This notify of updates basically just shoots them an email with their login information. And this upload attachment, there is a column down here that's not on the employee side. If we have any reports we want to do, we can upload them here. Like she's got one, I don't know what it is, but any of the documents not created in here we can still store in here. So down here at the bottom is how we create a new bid. You just click on this new pruning bid and it loads up a little form for us to use. Give the job a title, confirm the address, species of tree, where it's at, the description of the work, how much we're charging them. That's the tree crew. We've got this meet crew thing. If we toggle this to yes, if this job gets approved, then whenever it schedules this job, it automatically schedules a separate appointment for the arborist to meet them at the same time that the job is scheduled to start. This approve and decline is obvious if they want to do line items on a bid. This add task basically adds a new line item. When it reloads the page, it bookmarks it to the new line item. The previous one we had is up here above it. So that's basically how you can add line items and set the meet crew. So if you had a job with multiple line items and you only needed to meet them if one of the line items was approved, you can see here that the meet crew is a per line item deal. So save and cancel, and then we'll cancel out of this. And then down here towards the bottom, there's the program bid is basically our stab at plant healthcare program. There's some auto scheduling features in there that I'm not going to get into. This new other bid is ancillary services, air spading, stump grinding, that sort of thing, and then scheduling an appointment. So one of the things I wanted to show you on this side is this tree survey. This is basically what we've got going. This is our new version. It's a true custom GIS application that runs over the web. And so basically the way this works is you mouse over an individual tree and it pops up that tree's information. Looks like it's being a little stubborn here. Let's try a different one. If you click on this thumbnail down here, it loads up the slideshow again, so you can kind of navigate through and look at all our photos. So, and there's some other tools here. This one here allows us to draw lines on the map. This button right here allows us to select a grouping of trees. So if we select all of these, got to give it a minute. This downside of the web thing is imagery over the web is a little bit slow. Let's scroll over here. There it is. So it popped up our selection here. And this basically is just kind of a little printable deal that has all the information about our there's the handle, about the selection that we made. And this drags out farther. We keep a lot of information about, and we're starting to keep a lot of information, but as you can see, the name of the tree, the number, the species, it's an individual ID number, DBH, canopy condition, the diagnosis, the tree ID. Some of this stuff we've still got to customize this report so it's more useful, but it's got a print ability. This version we're looking at was actually just rolled out today, so it's still got a bit of work to tweak it out. It'll take us a month or two to get it exactly the way we want it, but it's working for now. And you can see there's some more tools across the top up here. This allows us to delete new lines that we make with this tool. This looks for trees that aren't geocoded, just to make sure no trees getting left off the map. This allows us to move a tree if it's got the wrong location. This is the tool that lets us add a new tree. You can print the map. This clears the selection. It's the freeform selection tool that we just used to kind of select everything. This select box is basically just more of a like that kind of a deal where you can drag it more easily. The select touch is kind of an individual. Instead of dragging a box, you just touch what you want to select. This is just an info tool. If you want to know what's going on with an individual thing without actually selecting it, you just click it and it gives you the information over there in that box. Area measure tool. You can well, there it goes. It's yeah, there it is. It's working. Got that blue thing on there, and just drag it around, double click it when you're done, and then down here at the bottom, I can't quite get it in the screen, it gives you a measurement. It won't quite fit on here, but this is a distance measure tool, basically the same thing.